Leo and Danny show. So let's get into the first meaty segment of this week's episode.
All right.
There's turbulence in Las Vegas.
Oh, man. I've heard rumblings on the internet.
NickMajorTV, as a lot of people have been doing recently. Big Mudflap is the guy I'm thinking of. Mm-hmm. But both him and Nick Major have just sent me text messages in bulk. 20 text messages sometimes without me replying to a single one. Unsolicited FaceTimes. You and I both hate it when people FaceTime
I think we really are above that. I mean, we're the generation that doesn't like the unsolicited FaceTimes. I have to show you my face at 6 in the morning. No, I'm not going to do that.
It's completely disrespectful.
Or at night. Never. I'm never going to show you my face.
The assumption is that we're just hanging out in our backyard smoking a blunt in the middle of the day, and we have enough time
hey, buddy.
to not only communicate with you, but show you where it's like,
no.
I'm in a coffee shop working on a script.
Right.
I'm in the editing chair polishing a masterpiece.
Right.
Leave me the fuck alone. Yeah. I would have blocked NickMajorTV and never spoken to him again, but I saw 2 words.
Ooh.
Actually, sort of 3. I think one of them's a compound word. Sandrine gangbang.
Oh my God, that should be a crime. That should be considered a crime. If you guys don't know who Sandrine is, it's a wonderful girl that Danny met in Vegas. I believe the first time you met her was in Kissing Girls during coronavirus.
About a year ago, when I went out to Las Vegas for a hastily planned, hastily filmed video, right when the lockdown was getting serious. That's how we had to do it for a couple months. Yeah, we met this fan, Sandrine, who is a lovely, sweet, and actually very smart girl, but is a trifle disturbed in the head.
Yes, she has a few screws loose, I guess. There's probably a better saying than that. But
she's toys in the attic?
Yeah, there it is.
Is that the more
I
modern
think
PC way to describe a crazy?
Exactly, exactly. So she, for example, she cried when Danny was expressing that he was communicating with a soul through a medium, which...
Medium.
The medium.
I wasn't in the middle of the freeway praying to the piece of concrete.
A medium. He was communicating with, I believe, an ex-lover of hers that hasn't given her the time of day, this guy named Jack. And she cried because Danny said, you know, I will now take care of Sandrine, but really he was trying to help her out. And I think she took that as a serious profession of your love.
Yeah.
Even though you had a girlfriend, we explained to her that it was really just because you cared about her and you wanted her to get over Jack, who was basically ruining her life. And then the medium was probably taking advantage of her and making her come every week and taking her money over and over again and pretending to talk to this guy named Jack. So really we were trying to help this girl. And now for Nick Major to be mentioning that he's going to be involved in a gangbang that involves her, because I believe she is a virgin. That's another thing, right?
She is a virgin. She believes in twin flames, as I think you said, Leo. She goes to a psychic all the time, hopelessly in love with an 80-year-old man who hasn't talked to her in 5 years. And now that affection has switched to me. So it seems irresponsible that a fifth-rate YouTuber like NickMajorTV is trying to organize a gangbang on Sandrine. We're going to call both parties, starting with Nick Major, and then after him, we're going to follow up with Sandrine to see how much she knows about this gangbang. Maybe she knows a lot because she is a psychic after all.
She is a psychic after all.
If anybody knows there are men trying to gangbang her, it's probably Sandrine.
You would, yeah, absolutely.
All right.
She was the perfect girl to come along on our Vegas trip, though. The
Fear and Loathing video.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Absolutely. Let's get NickMajorTV on the phone.
You might know NickMajorTV and some Danny Duncan videos.
And one Danny Mullen video.
I hear you.
Oh, thank God, dude. How are you? You're on the Leo and Danny show, Nick.
What is up, Leo? How are you doing?
I'm good, my man. I'm good. Danny, I can't say that he feels the same right now. He's a little upset.
I'm just worried.
Right.
Yeah, he's worried. He's worried.
Nick, I'm worried that you and your 3 buddies are going to wind up with a rape charge and Sandrine is going to wind up in a loony bin.
All right.
That's what I think is going to happen if you guys go through with this gangbang. Tell me about it.
How come you feel that way?
Just tell me what your plans are. It's all a little murky to me still. To be honest, I didn't read the majority of your texts. Tell the audience what's happening out in the desert.
Right. Okay, so we were in Houston, Texas, and we were smoking some weed, and we decided to walk into a Dunkin' Donuts.
Who's we?
We go to Dunkin' Donuts.
Who's we? 2 of the dudes, 3 of the dudes in your little YouTube squad?
Yes, so there's John Riley. He's the man that got
nobody cares
the name
about
of my
that.
tattoo on his...
Don't give him any names.
The name
Do
of my
not give him any
tattooed on
clout.
him.
That's enough, Nick.
No more names. We'll call them 3 anonymous douchebags in Nick Major TV. Proceed.
Right, okay.
Proceed.
So what happened?
Okay.
What happened to the Dunkin' Donuts?
We are high. We've smoked some weed, and we walk into Dunkin' Donuts, and a person approaches us who appears to be a woman, but she says that she is Jack.
That's really odd.
What do you mean she appears to be a woman? Nick Major TV. Was it a woman or was it not a woman? Was it Sandrine or was it somebody else?
Jack.
What?
It was indeed Jack.
What do you mean Jack appeared to be a woman? What are you talking about?
Well, Jack was cloaked.
Jack was
you
what?
See, I feel that Jack is an ancient spirit.
You are on board with Sandrine then?
Yes.
Wait.
So
what are you doing,
So
Nick?
Sandrine
No, I don't want to listen. Are you trying to do a bit right now, Nick Major? You're overreaching.
No.
He's not trying to do a bit.
What do you
apparently.
mean you feel Jack? And I assume most of you people know, but Jack is the supreme object of Sandrine's affection. He is the 70 or 80-year-old man she's in love with and she's only met twice. And she's been chasing him for the better part of a decade.
Yeah.
Nick, what the fuck are you talking about, this spiritual Jack incarnation guy?
Right. So we were high on weed. We walk into Dunkin' Donuts. We see Jack, who's cloaked as a woman. That woman talks to us, and she tells us, as Jack, that Jack has been having sex with many women. Jack has had a 10-some. Jack has fucked over 1,000 girls, and Sandrine was just one of them. And Jack has been roping along Sandrine, thinking that they're like twin flames that are soulmates, when in reality, Jack has no actual intention of being with Sandrine long term.
Okay, listen to me, Nick Major. You were high on weed, not angel dust. If you don't explain to me right now what the fuck you mean when you say Jack cloaked as a woman, we're going to hang up on you. And what's more, I'm going to block you on Instagram.
He'll do it.
Right. So we may have also been on shrooms.
So explain. What do you mean, dude? What are you talking about?
Well, I feel as if I met Jack. Now, I think that the 3D Jack is dead. I don't think the 3D Jack exists.
He's on Facebook. He's on Facebook. We've confirmed that. We wrote him a message, in fact.
Well, have you seen him physically?
No, I haven't seen him physically.
Because, no, as of recently. Because what we were told was that he's on a world tour before he kills himself. And I think he's already dead.
Okay,
oh
so
God.
far I'm regretting calling you. The first thing you've said is really stupid. Let's move on to the gangbang. How did this all materialize?
Told by Jack that Sandrine needs to get the lust out of her system. And the way that she does that is through a foursome with any 3 guys. But she does say that she started to feel a spiritual connection to me, John, and Enzo.
All right.
And it was her idea to do the foursome with us in Las Vegas. And it was her idea to invite you to film it.
And is it going to be a spiritual foursome? Because you might recall that in my video, Kissing Girls in Las Vegas during coronavirus, I had spiritual sex with her. Are you sure it wasn't that she's referring to?
No, it is not that.
She wants to have a physical orgy with you and a douchebag named Enzo, okay?
Foursome.
Dick in the ass, dick in the throat. You have her confirmed saying this.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Nick
Absolutely.
Major, we are going to call Sandrine to confirm this, and then we're going to call you back.
Your job, I mean,
Sounds
I think your association with the channel is hanging on this call with Sandrine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can see it dangling right here in the middle of the room.
Trust.
What?
You have full
I
trust.
have full trust that Sandrine will back up what I've said.
I hope it's one of your Danny Mullen fans who are that smart. They saw these fucking guys high and were like, this is an opportunity to pretend to be Jack. And I think that's what happened. I think that's the logical explanation. If they did witness some woman coming up to him and claiming to be Jack.
If that were true, I would never say a rude word about any one of my fans again.
I know.
That
That
is
is
ingenious.
creative. That's genius, yeah.
All right, Nick, we're going to hang up. I'm not pleased so far. We're going to call Sandrine, then we're going to touch base with you again.